I'm surrounded by idiots.
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's Newsstand, and today we're going to talk about an article that really went around yesterday, led to a lot of other articles and speculation, and rumor based on really, really bad sources. Not only bad sources, but just misinformation that some of these things wouldn't actually be possible, right? And what I'm talking about specifically is people thinking Disney would or has any interest in buying up WarnerMedia. Now, we talked about this in my live stream yesterday. For one, it would be against the law. It would be against the monopoly laws with all of that property, all of that massive IP farms, not to mention stuff like CNN. And you've got a lot of trouble there. They had enough trouble with the Fox merger, let alone trying to get something like DC Comics and WarnerMedia. It would be an absolute shit show. Now, a lot of what we're going to take a look at is rumor. I guess the best way to put it is just kind of making stuff up. There is one article specifically that we're going to talk about that kind of has been misinterpreted, whether it is willfully or not. It's definitely been misinterpreted, but I don't see this as something that will ever happen personally, but I wouldn't complain either. Look at the way, well, not the comics, but at least the live action adaptations, save for Eternals, have gone. Look at how well the MCU is compared to the DCU. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it at all, but it's just not something legally that can happen, or probably from a business standpoint that can happen too after recently purchasing Fox. So we are going to take a look at these articles. Now, they're really easy. Within seconds, to simply go, oh yeah, that's a lie. These are not real information, but weirdly enough, about every year, maybe even every 9 months, they make their rounds, right? And this one's funny. I'm actually going to show you 3 or 4 of them. This one is funny because every single one of these links that are trying to show you where this information comes from leads back to this article. I'm not even kidding. They all lead back. Okay, so nope, they all lead back to this article. Their sources by Viral MVP is themselves. Okay, so there's a lot of basically assumptions here and writing that is saying, well, they have the flexibility to do it. It's likely they're gonna. No, this deal with WarnerMedia and Discovery right now isn't even complete. It won't even be complete until late next year. And then in another year, we're going to see it taken and then sold again. No, that's not what the original article said, but some of these actually showed up before that. So I think it's just a lot of rumor spreading as real information. And it wasn't just articles. I actually seen Comic Book Cast did the exact same thing. Breaking! They're going to sell it. Okay. All right. So we have another one, small screen. And actually, at least in this one, they do talk about the original article. I'll give them that. And then, of course, one more from the most probably sensationalistic website, and one that's absolutely known for lying on a daily basis. And I kind of expected this, right? So let's take a look at the original article. There is one spot I really want to look at. Now, what this is saying, and it's CNBC, so you can say it's a lot more accurate than Cosmic Book News, but then again, you have to take everything with a grain of salt simply because that sale hasn't gone along, right? So it says the WarnerMedia Discovery deal was structured to make a future sale easier. The WarnerMedia Discovery deal was structured to make things in the future easier. Now, And that goes by the way of Malone, right? So it says Malone agreed to turn in those shares for common equity because he wanted to give combined WarnerMedia flexibility to sell itself in the future. Now, Malone originally had about 25% stake in stock. So what they did was they swapped out one type of shares for another, making deals in the future more flexible, making things in the future more flexible as far as simple stuff as the new app that will be eventually coming. It'll be a few years, but all of that was done to have flexibility in the company, whether it is for structuring, whether it is for sales, anything like that. So, he made money from it, from doing these, and it goes over it a little bit more. He had 26.5 voting control of Class B shares. And that's why I said they just simply took one type of stock, one type of share, and switched it over to another one. And this paragraph is being wildly changed because they don't understand the type of shares. And then I'm not going to pretend like I know it all either, but that's ridiculous to go, oh my God, Disney is going to buy it. So it continues to say, most likely to a deep-pocketed technology company like Amazon or Apple or another media behemoth like Disney, according to a person familiar with the matter. The matter they're talking about is shares. But everybody is saying, well, the matter they're talking about is the fact that they have an inside source, and it's probably saying they're going to sell it to Disney, and oh my God, Iron Man and Batman are going to fight, and it's going to be great. And no, they're talking about the shares. So, possibilities here. Amazon or Apple, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Apple would be okay. Amazon would be okay. Amazon has the money for it. I mentioned yesterday, I thought Comcast was probably another one that could possibly. But Discovery, being the more home and garden style DIY type stuff, if they want to be a behemoth like Disney Plus, and they've already pledged 20 million to put in, or 20 billion. I cannot honestly remember. It was more than Netflix to put into their personal content. All of this stuff, they are not going to turn around and sell it. They're just not. They want those IPs, and they're going to use them to the best of their ability to look further into the future and make more content to, like the original article said, rival stuff like Disney Plus, right? They want to be that footing. They want to compete with them. So yeah, I don't see how this has been wildly misconstrued, but it has. And I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit. No, they're not going to Disney. No, that's not even legal. Now they could divide stuff up, and they could potentially get a piece of the pie. But even looking at that, that's something like 3 years away and very, very unlikely at that. So let me know, of course, what you guys think about this. Let me know if you've heard all the fun stuff around this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.